So I just did a thing. Finally found some wheels for my 67 Mustang. They look all right. They look better than all right. All right, so let's go check it out. So this is what it looks like. These are 17 by 7s in the front and 17 by 9s in the back. And I put the 4-lug, or I took off the 4-lug and put on the 5. So I had to change the rear end. I put on 4 disc brakes and I painted the caliper just to give it a little extra pop. And you know, I put the slotted rotors on there. And it looks night and day. So these are what I had on it before. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you know Mustangs, you've seen that. Those sets of wheels right there. So I bought the G-Force American racing wheels. They're pretty good, to say the least. I had an inline 6 in the Mustang, and I've driven lawnmowers faster than that thing. I mean, it was just horrible. It had carburetor problems, had all kinds of problems. And I just got sick of just working on it. So I made a decision, if I'm gonna throw some money into the car, I might as well go for the big boy. So I found a 302 small block on Facebook Marketplace. Got a pretty good deal on that. I actually got a whole bin of early Chevy, like first gen Chevy parts as well. I guess the guy was getting a divorce and he threw the stuff on his dad, and the dad just like, get this stuff out of here. 300 bucks. I got the motor and the bin of stuff. I'll put the picture right here. It was crazy. And I thought I was going nuts, because I'm like, there's no way this guy's giving this stuff away this cheap. So far, it cranks. It turns over. I haven't cranked it, but it turns over. I pulled it apart, checked everything. Everything looks pretty good. The guy was just going through a rough time with his wife, I guess, or ex-wife. It was his bad luck and my good luck. So this car was a project. Not really a big project, but for me it was a project. It was a steal for sure. So this car, I'll put a picture up of what it looked like before. And it was plain Jane, inline 6. It was, it had a fuel problem, carburetor problem, which most of them will do, I think. This is my first Mustang. So I think the car had like, routine maintenance. It was from a friend, and he pretty much just let me just take it for like $5,000. This was like 3 years ago. And I mean, that's a pretty good deal. And just like you see it, this is how it looked. I didn't touch the paint. Only thing I did was change the wheels. Let me see. I changed this piece out here. I painted this. This was all scratched up to center console there. I had to take one of the seats out. That was broken. It was just a screw that was loose. So I put the screw in. I hooked up the speakers, the 6x9s. I went to Walmart and bought this. Was that a Boss? A Boss radio. And I mean, the liner was pretty good condition. Now you can see how this is like brown here. This was brown, and I painted like this area here. So I gotta finish touching that up. I didn't know they made paint that was almost like the exact color that car manufacturers use. But I went ahead and touched all that up. Had the inline. I went and bought a, what do you call that thing? It's like the Chinese or Japanese or whatever carburetor. Put that in there, and it started right up, but it would not run. It would get hot, and I thought it was like flooding the engine, so I just got sick of it. And here's the inline, or the 302 that I found on Marketplace. I bought the valve covers, I bought the manifold, I bought all the seals and everything. It actually had this cork gasket. I don't know if I might take that off or not. Spark plugs came with it. All this came with it here. I mean, literally just the top end is really what all I bought. So I got the carburetor over there. I got the spark plugs. I got a couple other things, but this is pretty much it. So the front grille, I didn't hate the grille, but I just didn't like, I wanted that more, that like, you know, that muscle car grille type look. So I took the front off, put that back on there, and I mean, this car is just, it's a showstopper. Not really a showstopper at a show, but like, I guess a street stopper, that's it. People stop on the street, put in the show, they're like, oh man, look at that, look at that, look at that. So it's my little fun thing. Nothing crazy. I have fun with it. I just come out here and work on it every now and then, and yeah. Let me see, I'll tell you what else I did to it. I painted this here. This is actually supposed to be chrome, but I painted those black. Actually, I put a couple of these on. I bought the whole set and I just replaced all of them. Put the little flag in the back. So that's pretty much everything with this car. And I'll say, for a muscle car, these things you can, it's whatever you want to do. All of them are, but I would say this is a good starter car. Definitely a good starter car. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So if you do get one of these cars, if you're in Florida, get yourself a mini split or some type of portable AC or some type of cooling, you know, air conditioning for your garage, because you know how Florida is. If you've been to Florida, if you live in Florida, you know Florida is hot. And when you want to work on the car, when it's hot in the summer, get it ready for car show season, you're gonna need some coolness to you. A little fan ain't gonna work, even a shop fan, but it'll help you out. So there is another thing that I did purchase. It was used, it was a transmission. A guy had a transmission. It was like not even 30 minutes from where I live. Again, Facebook Marketplace, and he had it sitting, and he said, you know, it wasn't like beat up, but it wasn't like, you know, brand new. So bought a kit for it, changed out the insides, and kind of just worked on it here and there, cleaned it up. It was dirty, it was greasy. He had like 3 of them. So I bought that from him, and I pretty much just put it together. And I'll say this car is definitely a perfect starter car, because everything that I did on this car, wasn't that hard. I'm not a mechanic, but it's a bolt, you take it out, you put it back in. It's pretty much that it. Very simple, very easy. Couple wires here and there, that's it. I would say the affordability of these cars right now, it's 2026. I say you can get into one of these cars for $7 grand, $8 grand, $10 grand. You definitely can get a nice V8, 302 or 289. That's what I should have went for. I was kind of just anxious just to get a Mustang. I used to sit right here in this spot. I used to collect furniture, flip it on Marketplace, and that's what I used to do for extra money. And it worked. I saved up money. I bought this car, and I was just in a hurry, and my friend had it. It was sitting in the yard, and I was like, man, I love that car. And he's like, yeah, you want to buy it? I'll sell it to you for, you know, 11 grand. I was like, 11 grand. He's like, all right, let's do this. If you can sell it for more than 8 grand, whatever you make over 8 or 11, it's yours. So I said 11K, that's what you want? He's like, yeah, all right. So I put it on Marketplace. I put it on everything. I told everybody, I showed them pictures. Nope, couldn't get nobody, couldn't get anybody. And I was like, all right, man, look, I'll just keep trying, but I'll do my best. And I got him all the way down to 5K for that car. He didn't want it, his wife didn't want it. He bought it for his wife, and she hated it because it stunk. It was slow, it was this, it was that. It definitely wasn't a car for a woman to be driving around in New York. So definitely it sat in the garage. Now, I would say for this car, for parts, you can find parts pretty easy. You can find another Ford and you can swap them out. Ford parts are easy to find on Jegs, Summit, CJ Pony, whatever. They're pretty cheap. So if you wanted to start something, a project, they're pretty easy to find. Upgrades, you can upgrade everything, anything, the wheels, the engine, the inside, the seats, it's endless. So if you're married to a woman, do not tell her you're gonna buy new parts, because she's gonna be pissed. Because you're gonna see something on another Mustang, or you're gonna see something online and you're gonna be like, ooh, yeah, let's get that, let's do that, let's go here, let's do that. And I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of fun. And I'll say, if you get a Mustang, don't be like me. Don't get the inline 6. Go for the V8. Find something with a V8 that runs good. You won't have to worry about changing the rear end and changing the tranny, changing the engine. You can just get that nice little Ford Rumble that everybody goes crazy for. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Another cool thing is the culture for these cars, especially muscle cars. I mean, me personally, it doesn't matter what kind of car they drive, you know, everybody's willing to chat with you about it, give you tips. You know, these guys who've done swaps and got 3 motors, 4 motors sitting in their garage, those are the guys you want to be friends with, because they'll help you out. You send them a picture, they'll know, oh, hey, you forgot this, that wire, that plug, that hose, that don't go there, pull that back, pull that over there. I mean, it is crazy how awesome this whole community is with these cars. It is just like, it is unreal. I mean, it's just cool. And I think that's what made me get drawn to this car, was like, I saw the Camaros and the Hemis and the other, the Cuda. I like the Cudas, but the Mustang just, I guess because I had a Mustang in high school, it was a 98, but nothing like this, but I just love the Mustang. And it almost like gives me like that freedom when I was a kid in the skating rink. And they were playing, what's that song? Dr. Feelgood and Eruption and all these songs. And it was like, everybody was just, all my friends, we were just flying on the skating rink. That's what driving one of these cars is like. It's like you go back in time and you get to experience life, from a happy point. It's just like, it's like having a motorcycle or, exotic car, whatever it is you work for, and you earn it and you live it and you experience it. And if it's a car, every car guys know, they know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, it's just something we all have, And this car, every car built before 1970, 60, you're gonna have to learn how to wrench. If you don't learn how to wrench, you better bring out your checkbook. Better bring out that debit card, because they are not cheap to work on. It don't matter if you're a friend or a mechanic, they are not cheap. The parts are cheap, but the labor, not so much. But if you can learn to work on it yourself, there's so many awesome guys online. Ford Mustang, I learned a lot from him. Ray's Garage, there's tons of guys that, I mean, Uncle Rico, Uncle Ricky, I don't know what that guy's name is, but there's some cool guys on there that, it doesn't matter what you got. I mean, there's some cool guys that will teach you a lot of stuff, and it's just cool. And I'm having like the best experience with these cars. Another thing is, when you do buy this car, if you buy this car or whatever car, muscle car, they're gonna hold their value. Now, when I first saw this car and I wanted to buy it, my wife's like, "Don't buy that car. Don't buy it. You know, something might be wrong with it." And I thought, $5 grand for a '67 Mustang? There's like minivans and like Honda Accords and like newer cars that are $5 grand. I was like, I can't go wrong. And there's been many times where I thought about selling. I actually just put an ad up. A couple guys came out and they was like, "Yeah, I'll give you 8. Would you take 7? Would you take 9? And it was an inline 6. So if you can get it at a good price, you're gonna do okay. You're gonna do all right, I think. And this car is a lifestyle. I would say it is probably the best decision I ever made for me as a man, as like just somebody who enjoys cars and, you know, engineering and mechanics, boats, motorcycles. I just love the identity that it has made me become. I've taken on a whole nother set of patience, a whole nother set of like just love for other guys that have cars like this, and it's just pretty cool. So if you're thinking about getting your first muscle car, I'd say start with the Mustang for sure. I mean, they're starting to become really popular now. They're pretty cheap to find, and I think you'll do pretty good if you buy a Mustang. So you'll definitely get some head turns. You won't get the head turn from the ladies, but you'll definitely stop some guys. And if you think women love seeing this stuff, I don't know, man. I mean, I freaking hit the brakes when I see a nice Camaro or, you know, a Dodge or whatever. It's just, they're just pretty cool. So hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one.